Welcome to Confident Connections, the podcast that helps you show up with confidence and connect with people on a deeper level. I'm Lisa Liu, and here we break down the small signals that create big impact, body language, presence, and the simple habits that help you communicate with ease, increase your influence, and magnify your impact. You'll learn how to make strong first impressions, build trust faster, and feel more confident in any conversation or setting. If you're ready to improve your communication skills and create connections that move your life and your leadership forward, you are in the right place. Hey friend, I'm so glad you're here with me today. I've got a really great topic, and I want to start it off with a story that I believe I've told here on this podcast before, but I'm going to keep it brief because it is a perfect example of what we're talking about today. Years ago, it was maybe 20 years ago at this point, I don't even remember, 15, 20 years ago, I was walking through the mall, which our malls are ghost towns now here in my area, in Shreveport-Bossier area, so that tells you it was definitely a while back. But I was walking through the mall, and there was a gentleman sitting on a bench, and he yelled out to me. He said, ma'am, you dropped something. And I looked up at him, and my face I looked at him, and I kind of smiled, and I'm looking around for what I dropped, and he went, oh, there it is. It's your smile. In other words, I dropped my smile. I know, so corny, and to be honest, I was like in the moment, maybe just a little, I kind of laughed it off, and I was like, well, that's kind of rude. But what it did is it helped me understand why people had told me before that I was intimidating. And it always bothered me. I'm 5 foot tall. I'm like, how can I be intimidating? But I was. There was something about me, and it was how I wore my face. So if you've ever been told, you look mad, you look sad, are you upset? Are you okay? Have you ever heard that like 12 times in a day? And you're like, I'm so tired of people asking me if I'm okay. No, I'm not okay because you keep asking me if I'm okay. Just me? Am I the only one that's ever dealt with that? But if you've ever had those things said to you, you know it can be frustrating because maybe inside you're thinking, but I'm happy. I'm joyful. Things are fine. This must just be how my face is. And I believe if you're here listening to this podcast and you know there's something you can do about it, you would want to know. So I'm going to give you a couple tips, okay? So look, we are all getting older, but if you're anything like me and you just want to look the best you can as you age, but you want to do it naturally, this is something you might want to hear. By the way, amazing for men and women. I have a before and after on my Instagram page. If you go to Lisa Liu Impact and look at my highlight reel that says frownies, have you heard of frownies? Then you're going to see my before picture from years ago. So I was far younger than I am today, obviously, and the difference is unbelievable. No Botox, no fillers. This is all natural. It is a safe alternative. When used consistently, it's going to bring you amazing results. If you'd like to give frownies a try for a discount, go to lisaluimpact.com/frownies and use the code LisaLiu. That's lisaluimpact.com/frownies, code LisaLiu for a discount, and I will link it in the show notes. First of all, understanding that oftentimes the way we are, quote, wearing our face or our countenance that people perceive us to have is due to tension. And the two biggest places we hold tension on our face, number one, it's between our eyebrows, and number two, it's around our mouth and jaw area, okay? If right now I were to tell you, and I'm going to tell you, relax every muscle in your face. Just take a moment to relax every muscle. Did you notice you were holding tension between your eyebrows or around your mouth or your jaw? Because that is typically where we hold tension. And if you were to go and look in a mirror right now and intentionally furrow your eyebrows or tighten your jaw, you're going to see yourself the way maybe other people see you when you're thinking, when you're focused, when you're, concentrating on something. But if we're walking around in life that way, our communication is going to be hindered. Our connection is going to be hindered. So here's something that we can do. Number one, make sure that your tone of voice when you speak, the tone to your message matches what you're saying. So that's our tone, okay? Because we can have really warm words with a really flat tone, and that just creates mistrust. So I don't want to discount tone, but here's my challenge to you. Tone is important. Words are important. Making sure our words match our tone are important. But my biggest takeaway for you today is to check your face in the mirror and soften your jaw and your brow before you walk into a conversation, before you walk into the mall, before you walk into the interview, before you walk into the networking event, before you walk into the party, before you walk into church Sunday morning. Just give a quick look in the mirror, go through a softening exercise if you don't have a mirror, and think to yourself, do I look approachable? Would I feel like somebody that wore this look on their face? Would I feel like they are approachable? So remember, since body language is 55% of our communication potential, body language is part of our face. The way we wear our face is a language. It is speaking when no words are coming out of our mouth. What do you want your face to say? Think about that the next time you're about to enter a room where it's important to you. And I hope it's important in most rooms. That's it for today. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. If this podcast is blessing you in any way, do me a big favor. Send it to a friend. And if you leave me a review, I would be so incredibly grateful. Thank you for being here today. I will see you next week. And until then, make sure that your next connection is your best connection. Bye for now.